Hi guys, today I want to give a rebuttal of Howard Serve, who spoke about Sanctuary Church as a kabar. So let me tell you that he said that Sanctuary Church is insignificant. We are not there. Yes, we are insignificant because we don't have the money that they stole. They stole from father. That's why they were ostracized. So Howard Self is a liar. He said interesting. He calls himself the anti-liars, but they themselves are liars. I mean, Preston Moon stole assets from father. He engineered a takeover of UCI, which was founded by 1977, was founded by Bohi Park. And then in 1992, it was like Reverend Kwok, who his father-in-law became the chairman of UCI. And then in 1998, the 1992 to 2005, what's his name, Dong Moon Jo. But Reverend Kwok was the chairman at that time. But in 1998, father appointed Preston Moon as the co-chairman of UCI, and that is how the takeover began, because he engineered it, because Reverend Kwok himself, we do not know really whether Reverend Kwok really told father that he was resigning as chairman of UCI, so that Preston Moon can take over, and then he can engineer the board and really have the takeover. So they are thieves. I mean, Sean is not a thief. Sean is father's trusted heir and successor. It's very clear. Even if you think of what even the respected divine principle lecturer in Japan, Reverend Sudo, what he said about Sean.
Oh, Heavenly Father, please send someone, even one person, who loves you as I love you, or even someone who love you more than I love you. Even only one every 100 years. Every 100 years. One person every 100 years. Please send someone who loves you more than I love. He said, this is my prayer. Another time, maybe 30 years ago, 40 years ago, he said, but I cannot find anyone. But finally, one person appeared, came out, who understands the heart of true Father. And said the same tears our Father shed. Do you understand who he is?
Yes.
Who?
Can't you? The youngest son of true parents.
Who?
The youngest son of true parents.
World President.
He said, father looking for someone, 30, 40 years, looking for someone who had the same faith as he had. He said the same tears that he had. And he finally found someone. And that one was Sean Moon, Hyun. Hyunjinim and Hyunjin, because it's like we cannot pronounce Korean very well, so let's keep it as Preston Moon and Sean Moon. So he's a liar. Father had a master plan really, because later on when father anointed in 2008 when he anointed who's that Sean Moon as the president of the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification International. So he wanted for like the internal organ. When he did that, Preston Moon was not happy of him being taken over. So he rebelled against that kind of decision of father. He was not loyal to father. He had ulterior motives in his mind and in his heart as well. So this is the tragedy. Like father's thought was the Family Federation has the FFWPUI to be the internal organization to UCI. It's like Cain and Abel. He criticized the Cain and Abel relationship as well. He said the Cain and Abel relationship does not work with the true family. I mean, we are living in a fallen world, right? We have fallen nature. So the true family does not have original sin. But they have fallen nature, and that is clearly displayed with Preston Moon. I can again show you a video where Preston Moon is kicking the members in Brazil. His arrogance. I mean, father had the Cain and Abel relationship because he wanted Preston to unite with Sean Moon. That is why he created the UCI and FFWPUI, the Family Federation for Unification of World Peace, so that they can unite together and they can work together. I mean, if they work together as the mind and body in the principle, I mean, he could have established the kingdom of heaven on earth. I mean, Howard self does not understand theology. He does not understand the unification divine principle. Yes, Cain and Abel is in restoration, but it applies here also because we are not living in the ideal world. We are living in a world of restoration. We are still trying to establish this. We established the true family. But the true family did not fulfill their responsibility. Think of it, right? I mean, father's family, in reality, was a dysfunctional family. We got to say a spade is a spade. That is the truth. I mean, look at what happened. We found drug abuse, substance abuse. We had adultery in the family. We had suicide in the family. I mean, and we had betrayal in the family. Open betrayal, and we had thievery or robbery in the family. So Howard self is a liar. He says anti-liars. He's a liar himself. He's like Satan. Satan in a gentleman's suit. So it's really sad because only one person in father's family that really fulfilled father's desire, became father's teninja. Father's heir and successor is Hyunjinim, Sean Moon. Father himself said that. No, there's no one.
그러면 이 시간을 중 삼아가지고 전부 다 명령계통은 한 계통으로 해야 돼. 그런 달교 전체에 있어서의 세계나 한국 중심 사고 중 삼아가지고 중심이 쭉 고정하려면 앞으로 전부 다 거기에 내가 하던 대신을 맡겨줄 거예요. 우리 친구들 가운데서 신앙 체험으로 보나 뭐든 거나 형질이 수준을 넘어설 사람이 없어. 알겠나? 인정하는 거야.
Surpasses Hyun in faith. And he wrote a declaration. He signed it in his own writing. He didn't type it. In his own writing and in his own signature, he said, he is the heir and successor, and anyone else is a heretic and a destroyer. And I think even Hyun is a heretic as well, and Preston Moon is a heretic as well. Is a destroyer, because he destroyed the movement. He destroyed with his thievery. He's propping up all these movements of unification of South and North Korea. It doesn't work. He doesn't have the internal guidance. He doesn't have the internal foundation, which he could have received from his brother. But he did not. He's an arrogant person. I think even Howard Self, maybe he may be paid. He's maybe singing for his supper. I mean, it's sad because this guy tries to promote Preston Moon has the fourth Adam. There is no fourth Adam. Father generalized it. It was not. He was not anointed as the fourth Adam. Because he did not have the internal foundation to become the fourth Adam or to serve Father. Because Father is the Messiah. Father spoke in 2010 with Dr. Kamiyama. We had the conversation. We had a tape with us. The conversation with the Father having with Dr. Kamiyama, and Father is telling Dr. Kamiyama. For Dr. Kamiyama said he will bring Preston Moon to see Father. Father said no. Preston Moon is not doing Father's will. It is only Kukchinim and Hinjinim is doing Father's will. And I think Kukchini replaced Preston Moon's position as a cane figure, and united with his brother Hunjinim, who was totally united with Father, who was doing Father's will. It doesn't matter. He's criticizing his Sean Moon's attire of a crown of bullets and AK T-56 or AK-47 or a gun or whatever. I mean, he's criticizing that. It doesn't matter. It's not the outward appearance that matters. It is the heart. I mean, if you look at the Bible, I mean, prophets danced naked. Even David danced naked. They didn't have a gentleman's suit, as Howard Sells think. Like Preston Moon is a thief. He dresses like a gentleman, but he is Satan, because he betrayed the Messiah. Anybody who betrays the Messiah is Satan. He is on Satan's side. And sad to say, the Preston Moon is on Satan's side. He is on Satan's side. Unless he repents and comes to Sean, I think that will be a great restoration, because Sean is Father representative here on earth. They got to unite. Otherwise, it is very sad. I mean, if you look at it, because Father is really heartbroken. His wife betrayed him. His trusted son betrayed him. I mean, what is this? The Messiah, the second coming of Christ, the saints of history shed their blood for the coming of Christ. And what is happening here? They can't unite. Brothers cannot unite. So Preston Moon is an arrogant person, and Howard Self is also arrogant. He's lying. He's an anti-liar. He's a liar, not an anti-liar. He's a liar himself. He calls himself anti-liar. Yeah, it is very sad, because what he said about sanctuary is insignificant. They are not in the providence. What? They are not in the providence? We are in the providence. Preston Moon is not in the providence. What he says is what he is. He is not in the providence. Because he betrayed the Messiah. He betrayed Father. Father wanted him to come and see him. Father wanted to educate him. But Preston think he knew everything better than Father. Because he was greedy for the assets. And Reverend Quark, he wrote a book, Truth Shall Prevail. What's happened to that book? He just wanted to have a book, and he still says that he has true parents' picture in his house. I mean, still they condemn the Han mother, but still he has a picture of the Han mother in his house. So they are hypocrites. I mean, this is a very sad scene because the Messiah was alone, like Jesus was alone. So was Father. So Father was alone. It's only his son, his youngest son, Hyun, Soon Moon, who really united with Father. Nobody else. I mean, you look at I will post the links of how Preston Moon engineered the takeover of UCI. It's in a blog post. I'll post it in the descriptions. And also I'll put the video of Father's speech with Dr. Kamiyama on the boat. And also Father, reprimanded, Preston Moon and the Quark group. They say that they are thieves. And they deny that. They denied the fact, that Father denounced Hyun, Preston Moon. Father denounced Hyun, Preston Moon, in that tape. So they try to pretend, and they try to go after the Han mother. Say the Han mother is yes, Han mother. She also betrayed Father, being in OBD theology, which we never heard of. I mean, it was also in the back burner when Father was alive. Was waiting for the time when Father's ascension, so that she can bring about this theology and change Father's words. But where did Preston Moon come try to preserve Father's words? We never heard of it. He only took Father's peace messages. That's all. He never other thing. Because they had the idea that the religion is finished. You don't need religion. Religion is over. Father said the religion is over. I mean, if religion is over, that means we are all perfect. We are all living in the kingdom of heaven. Not so. He need to be educated. He need to study divine principle. He need to study Father's words, and he need to unite with the king, with the second king of cheonilguk, and the third king. I mean, Howard Self is very, very dishonest. He shows a video. He shows a video of how Father condemning the leaders, saying that they are scumbags. But the video is cut. They don't show the part where Wanju comes and interrupts Father's train of thought. By showing a tablet and showing Soon Jun's picture, the third king's picture, to Father. Father is kissing the picture. But they don't show that. That means Father really loved Soon Jun, and really loved Sean's son, the third king. So they are lying. They lie, and they quote things out of context. If you look at that, look at what Howard Self is saying in his video, in some of the clips that he doesn't show everything. He doesn't show everything. So he's a liar. Howard Self is a liar himself, though he's an anti-liars. So if you have the time, please listen to what I had to say, because that's what I can rebuttal of what he has to say about Sanctuary Church. Because Sanctuary Church is the only church, that remaining, who's keeping Father's legacy alive and Father's traditions alive. Not Preston Moon. Preston Moon thinks that religion is over, that he is like a god. Not anymore. We don't hear anything like it. He was not there even at any. He was not there even politically involved in America. Try to support President Trump. We never heard any speeches of him supporting President Trump. At least Hyun, Sean Moon, he was there in Trump rallies. He supported the president. He's a thief. He just wants to keep his name going, because of stealing money. Read these blogs. I advise you all to read these blogs that I'll post in the descriptions of how the takeover was engineered by Preston Moon and the Quark group. That really broke Father's heart, because Father had an idea, Father had a vision. They create the United Nations, not blame the leaders. They got to blame themselves. They try to blame all the leaders that were with Hakchahan. No, it was not. It is themselves. They should have understood, and they should have been internally connected to Hinjirim. That they did not do that. So I advise you all, follow, look at anybody who's watching this podcast. Be careful of the Preston Moon group. They are now coming to the light. They were in the darkness. You never heard of them, but now they are coming because the Han Mother is in trouble. They want to say that they are the one. They are the saviors. I don't know. It's just a matter of time. They will also collapse. So thank you for listening, and please watch please watch those videos, and also I want to post the links of the blogs by the links of the blogs. Okay, thank you for watching this podcast, and be aware of the Preston Moon group. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.